many of you are there? Hello, and welcome back to Hardcore Minecraft Season 2, Episode 19. Now, you'll see I'm standing in kind of a weird portion. You guys don't see this area all too often. But this is where I've been growing my trees. You can see by the giant patch of podzol right there. But this is where I've been growing like a good portion of my trees. Problem is I do want to eventually use this area. So I have to figure out a new place to actually put my trees and make it an actual area. So I was thinking, this island behind me, I don't use it. It's kind of just here. But it is very close to my landmass. Specifically this portion right here, there's still a few trees here I have to clear, but this area right here is very close to the other side. If I could clean this up a little bit, I think I could actually make a bridge to the other side and use that area as my tree farm. So, since I don't really have plans for this episode, seeing as everything I did to prep for the Bastion was done in the last episode, I think we're going to be building a bridge in this episode. Yes, the tree is going to be neglected for another episode. We'll see if it ever gets done by the time the series ends. Okay, and after a rainstorm and coming down here and clearing out some trees... Oh, I forgot something, hold on. Okay, now that this place is cleared and I do have a bit of resources down here, now I don't know exactly how I want this bridge to sit. I know I need to plot out exactly where it's going to start and end to. I'm probably going to do that with leaves. Just to kind of figure out where I want it. It's probably going to be easier from this side. Okay, I know this looks a little bit funky right now, but I do now have it plotted out to where the bridge exactly is going to go. In order for it to line up with the kind of weird terrain that's going on over here, it's perfectly flat over there, but it's not flat over here. So I have to bring it out a few more blocks just to make sure it lines up properly. But this is the center of it, and it is a very much wider bridge, because I do kind of want to put towers on these ends. Okay, I didn't have enough mossy cobblestone to like do both plot outs for this, so a little bit of that one's stone. But I kind of want towers on either ends of this to kind of frame out the bridge and make it look more substantial. Now, this pillar kind of looks strange, but it's going to make more sense once I get the towers in. I kind of want it to be supporting the bridge that's going to be going between the two towers, or the little walkway going between the two. Okay, and the towers have been started, and these towers have now been plotted out, as well as where the bridge is actually going to sit. Oop. Now to get some more stuff done. Okay, kind of a weird point to come back on, because everything's still kind of floating, but I do have two pretty substantial towers going in right here. But the thing is, I'm running very low on materials for this. Not necessarily the wood, because I have plenty of that. It's more of the stone brick to build it. You can see that I started using mossy cobblestone up here, or mossy stone brick, because I ran out of regular stone brick, and I was still waiting on some of the cracked stone brick to smelt so I can add texture to these. But I have these towers going in, there's a bridge between the two, and this is going to copy to the other side. So a similar bridge to this is going to be on this side. Kind of like for guards and stuff like that to just walk across. But that's going to be the start on the next big project I have going up. My next thing is going to be getting some work done on another project, which is probably going to have to be the tree, now that I think about it. Because I still have yet to go down and mine deep slate. Deep slate is something that takes a very long time to mine. If you know anything about the new update in Minecraft, deep slate is just not fun to mine through. It takes hours. And I'm not a huge fan of strip mining through deep slate, especially if I'm recording for a video. When I'm doing it kind of on my own, I'm allowed to listen to music and kind of just chill out. I don't mind it as much. So I'm going to try and do that on some day this week, probably. So I can go ahead and get deep slate, because I also need cobblestone and stone in general. So I'm going to have to go down and I'm going to have to work on all of that as well. So I can get more materials so I can work on the bridge and the library and many other things. Okay, and that's now our bridge added on to our giant map. Now, I don't know quite what I want to do. I know I need to get some filler buildings in. I need to get the path going to the bridge started. So I think that's going to have to be my next step, is getting all of that figured out and getting it up here. Y'all are all very loud. But before I do anything else, there's a big build that I've been needing to plot out for a while. I know it's kind of like snatching from one big build to another, and I don't have the materials to do it just yet, but bear with me, we're going to get somewhere today. The next big build is down here. I have to get this area plotted out, because this is going to end up being my storage system. I have to get these buildings plotted out so I know how to fit my storage system into everything. Okay. Those are the actual buildings. Now, all these buildings are going to kind of be fused together, so the actual, like, corners to these buildings may be... Okay, one out... like, there? Maybe? Kind of trying to make these match there. Pretty far back for those. There. There, that's going to be a building. This one's going to kind of fuse the two together, so I don't know exactly how this one's going to sit, as well as I need to fix a wall around this. So this building isn't really going to be able to take shape until I get that figured out. Okay. Now that's some of the buildings figured out. Nothing much, but it's something that I can work on. Now another big thing is I want to move my cows down into an area near about here. So I need to kind of figure out the pathway. And there's some plot points for a very big cow pen. Now another thing, I still have to get some of this area figured out as well. Hold on. Nap time. How many of you are there? And another building that has to be plotted out is the general store. So I think I want it to sit around here. This building's going to be kind of long and narrow. So the corner's going to have to be right against the wall, probably. Okay, plot point for the general store. Back here, maybe put another one of our filler buildings in. Another building to kind of take up some more of the space. I don't know what it could be. It could end up being like a place to put like a potion brewer or something like that. Just something there. And maybe putting another shop stall here. And after I figure this out, I can probably put a few more stalls in. Probably put one here. And then as we come up here, probably put another filler building here. This one's going to be extra tiny. Just something to fill up this little bit of a corner. Okay, just another little building to help fill up some space. And that helps bring a bit more attraction to the center of town, as well as bring a little bit more focus up towards the nether portal. And then after I get that thing in, I can start figuring out the rest of this area, as well as finish covering this. Okay, and that adds a bunch more smaller plans for me to work on in between episodes to help establish this area a little bit more. Okay, and with some new planning points out, another build project started that I don't have the materials for. I'm going to have to say goodbye for now. But do remember, next episode we are going through the Bastion, which I am utterly terrified to do, but will be doing in the next episode. So I hope I live through that, and if I do, you can guarantee this season is going to continue. If it doesn't, well, we get to start a new world.